Hey, Billy! Hey guys, if you want advice on your story, email me at askbillyvisco@gmail.com. Hey guys, what is up? Man, I hope you guys have had a great week. I know I have. Hey, if not, hopefully this will make your week better. Hey, I just wanted to talk to you guys real quick about something near and dear to my heart, and obviously it is near and dear to y'all's heart too. That's why we're going to talk about it. I get messages daily from you all about obviously different things. One of the main things that you guys write in about is relationships. And so I thought, hey, what better way? Let's just hit it. Let me let you guys get to know me better. Boy, I wish Lindsay was here with me today. Please be sending your thoughts and prayers with her. She is with her sister. Her sister is having a biopsy today. That being said, I wore my special shirt today. Man, I want to give a shout out to my troop. I am with you guys 100%. Let's do what we got to do. If you've got family, friends over there fighting for our freedom, representing us, man, our thoughts and prayers are with you all too. Let's get into relationships right now. Man, first of all, Lindsay and I, we have been together for, 17 years now. Going on 18 years. And what a beautiful, beautiful ride it's been. We met, I worked at a health club for a long time. To get to where I was the day I met Lindsay is straight nothing but God. You look back on it, one of my good friends to this day, he got transferred to another club, which opened up a spot for promotion for myself. So I got to be promoted into his spot. The receptionist I had at the time, Lindsay, was friends with her. Lindsay was in town visiting. She lived in Texas at the time. She was visiting her friend. She wanted to go to dinner with her friend. So she called up there and she asked her friend if she could get off work to go to dinner with her because she wasn't in town for very long. So her friend's like, hey, I don't know. I just got a brand new boss. I don't know him very well. So let me ask him. And Lindsay had been up to the club working out a time or two. I had seen her and was definitely attracted to her. When her friend came up to me, which was my receptionist at the time, and said, hey, Lindsay's in town just for a little bit. She wants me to go to dinner with her. I said, let me talk to her. So being the Mr. Smooth that I thought I was, I used the line, I said, hey, you really want to go out with your friend tonight? If you want to go out with your friend tonight, how about you go out with me tomorrow night? One thing led to another. Here we are 18 years later. That line worked. I don't know how, but thank you, Jesus, that it did. Golly, we went out and we haven't been apart since. And don't get me wrong, we have had our ups and downs along the way. That's one thing that I want to share with you guys is I want to bring up 5 points today. 5 points that can change your relationship. If you've made it with me this far, if you are in a relationship, if you are ever going to be in a relationship, this message is for you. Don't miss it. Just I'll keep it short and brief. Give me this time because I promise you, I've learned through this. This is what I've learned. This is what Lindsay's learned. So here we go. Let's get right into it. 5 points today. First point being, write this down, selfish. I was a very selfish man and didn't even know it until Lindsay had to basically pack up our stuff and move out for a while. Neither one of us cheated. There was no cheating going on. We didn't do any of that. It was just straight selfishness. A lot of just being a jerk on my part. And I'm transparent. I'm an open book. You guys want to know something about me? I don't want to hide anything. I've learned a lot in my 46 years, guys. So I've grown in my Christianity and in my faith and in my love and in my relationship with my wife and my family. I've learned through these years. And take it from me when I tell you, if you're selfish, that's got to change. That's got to change. You've got to learn to put God first. And listen to this real closely because here's where a lot of people miss it. It's not your kids second. It's your spouse. It's your spouse second, and then it's your kids. And I know a lot of people will sway back and forth on that. I put my kids before anything in that. And if you do, I respect that. No big deal. Of course, God first, our spouse is second, and then comes our kids. And that's just the way that I see it. That's the way it is in our household. We firmly believe that in both of our hearts that Lindsay and I became one the day that we said I do. And that's till the day we die. Like I said, selfishness. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, do I truly put God first and my spouse second no matter what? Number 2, guys, and this is so big, and it's hard to grasp for you young people, and you young people that are going through heartbreak, hang in there, trust me, there's going to be tons of boyfriends, girlfriends. If somebody breaks up with you, it's not the end of the world. It's okay. Life's a roller coaster ride. You're going to hear me say that so much. It's ups and downs. Enjoy the ride. Just enjoy it. Sit back and enjoy every single bit of it and learn from any down moment that you go go through. Here's where Lindsay put me up on a pedestal, basically put me on a pedestal where God should have been. There was no way that I was going to fulfill what she needed in her life at that moment. Only God could have fulfilled that for her. Basically, God fulfills you. Your spouse just compliments you. So once you learn that, once you learn that God is what you need to fulfill your insides. When you're like, why can't she give me what I need? Why can't she fulfill that longing inside? It's not the spouse's job to do that inside your soul and inside your heart. They're there to compliment you. God is there to fulfill you. Remember, number 2, God fulfills you and your spouse compliments you. If you get those things down, it'll change your life. It'll really, really change your life. Number 3, this one's big. This one's big because a lot of you are in this situation right now. If you're in a relationship and you are doing the loving for both of you, you cannot love enough for the both of you. I cannot say that enough. You cannot love your spouse enough for both of you. It is a two-way street. If you're in a relationship and you just are like, I love him so much, or I love her so much, I can't let her go, but you're not receiving that, you're only giving it, it is not gonna work. Figure that out before you get married. Don't sit there and marry somebody and think, oh, I can change him, I can do this, no, you cannot love somebody enough for the both of you. It is straight two ways. You need to be both giving equally. There's going to be times that each of you go through hard times. That's not what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. And speaking of talking about that, let me throw this out there real quick. If you're in an abusive relationship, that is a complete deal breaker. That is a complete deal breaker. If you're putting your hands on your girl, or even vice versa, if your girl's putting your hands on your man, that's it. That's it. And if you don't know how to get out of that relationship, message me something. Talk to an adult that's close that you trust. Talk to somebody you trust. You have got to get out of that relationship. Number 3, get in your head that you cannot love your significant other enough for the both. It's got to be a two-way deal. Here's number 4. Number 4 is so awesome because Lindsay and I are so good at this, and I didn't understand it at first. If Lindsay, let's say Lindsay takes a bite of food. She's like, oh my gosh, this is the best food I've ever tasted. You have to taste this. Well, of course, I taste it, but I'm like, ugh. You know, we have different taste buds. And this even goes back, I didn't understand that way back when. I'm like, I love it. Why don't you love it? I'm like, I love this. Why don't you love this? Nobody is like you. Nobody is like you. Of course, we have similar and same interests, but when it comes right down to it, nobody is like you. That's why sometimes whenever you move in together, and that's when and deals are broken just because you're not the same. Realize that now. You are not the same person, and that is such a good thing. I cannot stress enough how good that is to be different, because you both bring different perspectives to the table. Why do you think billion-dollar companies, million-dollar companies have these big board meetings to bring in all these different ideas? You are better together when you bring your ideas to the table and work together. Work together through those ideas. Just because you're different, you love different things, that's a good thing. Realize that now. Get that through your heads. That is a good thing. Last but not least, have the courage. You have got something to say that you need from your significant other. Have the courage to say it. If you can't have the courage to say it, you shouldn't be in that relationship anyway. If you can't sit down and talk with your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is, if you cannot talk to them about it, you shouldn't be in that relationship. Because here's the deal. If I need something from Lindsay, we can sit down and talk. Hey, I would really like if you would do this. I would really like, just, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Billy, can you do this for me? If you can't do that, number one, that's an easy sign. That's an easy sign that you either have a lot to work on or you need to move on. And I'm not talking if you're in your marriage. That's not a deal breaker in a marriage. You can work through things like that. I'm talking about if you're early stage boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, then there's some red flags. You need to look at that. But here's the deal. If you sit down and you have the courage to tell them, I really need this from you, and they cannot give it to you, two things are going to happen. They can do it or they can't do it, right? Either way, it's a gift to you. You hear what I'm saying? If they do it, you know you're in the right place. you know you're in the right place. If they can't do it, you might be in the wrong place. You feel me on that? Does that make sense? Hey, I hope these tips have helped you guys. They have helped me so much in my marriage and my life. We just touched an iceberg. Hey, I want you guys to comment on this video. If you have any more questions, we can delve into this further. You guys know how to private message me. As long as you're following me on Instagram, hit me up on there anytime. Anytime, guys. I know I'm slow at getting back, but bear with me. There's a bunch, but I do try to respond. Totally wish you guys the best in everything you do. So hopefully you guys took some good notes there. And hey, I cannot wait for this channel to get going. We are going to have so much fun, so much learning, growing together. And if you guys need anything, like I said, reach out. And hopefully you guys tune into my sermons. Acts of Service Church. Find us on Facebook. We live broadcast. You guys are in the Tulsa area, please hit me up. Get to my service. We are a small church that Lindsay and I just started. We started it out of our home 2 years ago, and we have grown since, and we are a non-denominational church. I know a lot of you all ask about that. We are a come-as-you-are church. I try to provide you guys some coffee and donuts, and I try to get you guys in and out, get you the word in 30 minutes. We grow together, learn together. I learn and grow as I go too. So that's what it is. I love you guys and cannot wait to see you guys on the next video. And hey, if y'all need something, holler. Thank you guys.